The nerds will inherit the copier world. Yes, they will, folks. They will. Don't you worry, folks. It will happen in the long run. You'll see. Let's see what we got to demo with today. Let's see how we go. I'm going to reduce this one as we normally do. Come on. I'm just going to... We're going to add a background colour. It's either going to be... We're going to make it magenta. I'm doing magenta this time. Let's see if we can make it look good. I'm actually thinking we're going to go lighter with this. All right, let's see what we have, what we're going to present. We got here what I call a Snooty magazine from the northern beaches or northern suburbs, should I say, lower north shore of Sydney. All right, let's see if we can make this. I call it Snooty because it's all about rich people, because rich people, mostly heaps of rich people live in this side of Sydney. So that's why I call it Snooty, because often they are snooty. They don't care about anything else but their money and their friends and their cliques. All the shit that you get, rich people are not what you think they are. They're not successes most of the time. Most of the time they're just a bunch of greedy little pigs that don't care about you, they don't care about me, they just care about themselves and their boring attitude towards life. That's interesting. Wondering if we're going to use this. It looks interesting, but I'm going to make this a mirror image, so that doesn't look like a very good image to mirror image, so to speak. So now we're just going to... I'm actually thinking we might... we're going to leave the colour in. We're just going to try again to make this look more interesting than what we just did it. We're going to do it this way now. We're going to do it upside down. We're going to do it a little bit differently. Sort of similar but different. Shit, stuffed it. I hate it when I just get stuck. It gets stuck. I just got it. I didn't want it vertical. I didn't want it sort of sitting vertical like the first one. So let's see if we've made this look any good. We tore the magazine, but that's okay. It's going in the recycle bin. So there, they seem to be sitting upright all the time. Why do we have them upright? Maybe we could make something more interesting out of this. Maybe it's meant to be, maybe it was meant to be. So this will be the centre of our job. So for some reason we just seem to be producing this style of positioning. So we're just going to put it on 100%. We're going to just, we're going to now turn it into a negative image. So I'm wondering what colour, what background colour we're going to add to this one this time. We're going with yellow. Yellow, the happy colour. I like to call yellow the happy colour. It's a colour that I associate with happiness. For some reason, it's just a sunshine colour. You know, it's like sunshine as opposed to the rain. It's like the blue, it's opposite to the blues. You know, it's something exciting and happy. And I like to be happy. And I always want to try and think of my life in terms of yellow, and I hate the blues. Blue is a nice colour, but I don't like its connotation towards depression and sadness and feeling gloomy. I don't like the gloominess, folks. I've had enough gloominess in my life, and I'm trying to get rid of it, folks. I'm trying to think positive and live positive. Trying my best, folks. Let's see how we go. With this interesting... Oh, it looks bland. I know why, because we didn't change the exposure to dark. We need to darken it when we're using a negative mode. It doesn't look good. It looks shithouse, as you can see. It looks horrible, horrid. So now we're just going to quickly go back and correct ourselves. We did it wrong. We meant to darken it, folks. So that's the way to go. You got to darken it. Otherwise, it's going to look awful. Unless you purposefully want it to look wishy-washy, which is not what I want, and my images to look bloody wishy-washy. So we don't want wishy-washy images. Now that looks a lot crisp, but I still don't like it. I don't like the green from the magenta. I think magenta was a bad colour choice. I think it was. I think I chose the wrong background colour. Or maybe we're just going to keep it positive. We're going to keep it a positive piece. We're going to just take out the negative image because I don't think it's going to work for this. I really think I shouldn't have used... I'm actually wondering what we're going to do. We're going to make that red. We're going to go back and we're going to restart the whole thing all over again. We're going to go from scratch because it's going to look shit. It looks shit in magenta. I don't like the green. I don't like this. I'm going to make it better. I want to make this a really good piece. So we're going to exhume this from the pile, and we're going to start off as a negative image rather than a positive image. So let's see if we can make this look a lot better and see if we can spin it, keep it spinning instead of landing on vertical. That's better. It's worked a lot better now, I think. Let's see if it looks better. So let's see if we've made it look better in negative mode. Ew, it looks wishy-washy, and it looks the face looks too blue. I like the shape of that. Wondering if we're going to work on it, or if we're going to just... it looks shithouse, and the red looks wishy-washy. But we'll just throw that back on the recycle pile. I'll pick it up if I need it, and we're just going to try and make something out of this. Make this look good. So we're just going to put it on the glass like so, and we're going to make another negative of a negative, which will end up in positive, and we're going to we're just going to go and we're going to change our background colour. So we're just going to switch it off, actually. Going to leave it out. Maybe the hue could be better, or maybe we'll just leave the hue alone. Let's see how we go with this. See if we've improved on it. This is not easy, folks. As you see, photocopier art is not always easy. And it's not easy, folks. But anyway, I like that look. That looks really that looks good. We're just going to enlarge it a bit to get rid of the line, but I just wanted to make sure we got the settings right, image-wise. So we're just going to quickly set our enlargement up and then our original. So we're going to go 104 by 104. Anyway, let's wondering if we're just going to keep it at 100. We're not going to be perfectionists now. We're just going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to take out some of the perfectionist attitude that I have towards my work. So I just had a change of thought. So let's see if we can if this will still look good despite having a border, a small strip of ugliness just down the edge there. This looks almost like something out of 70s style art photography. That's what I like about this image. It has that look about it, that sort of art photography look from the 70s. 70s look, I like it. So I think it's we've done it well so far. So now we're just going to quickly punch off two mirrored image copies of this, and let's see how we go. So we're not going to fuss with the enlargement this time. So we do it a bit differently to what we usually do it, folks. This is not about perfectionism. If I want perfectionism, I should use Photoshop on a computer. Don't get me wrong, I love computers, and computers are an important maidservant to this campaign that I'm doing, just like the phone and other equipment that I use, as well as the photocopier. In the 90s and in the 80s and in the 70s, the photocopier artist was normally just a photocopier artist, or did other art forms like mixed media art, whereas computers came on the scene, and most people who did computers didn't do... What am I saying? It's confusing. Sorry, folks. But basically, in my top, because a lot of people that worked with photocopiers ended up working with computers, so computers became like... Most photocopier artists are into computers now, and basically, in the 90s, was just working with photocopiers. I didn't have a computer in the 90s, except the late 90s. I had access to I got a computer installed in my group home that I was living at, but it was very crude and old. But anyway, enough of that. I think that looks good. I think we can call this demo quits.